X's and O's with LeRoy Butler. Now, here's Tom Silverstein.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler. We've got a couple of plays to show you two different angles of the blitz. One, the Buccaneers blitz, and one, the Packers blitz, and two completely different results. And we'll look at why that happened. So let's start with the first play. And this is Tampa Bay on defense.
Yep.
Packers on offense. This is a 3rd and 3 play. And just a play or two earlier, the Packers had tried to stretch the Tampa Bay defense. They had gone deep to Valdez-Scantling, and it was just off. If they had completed that, that could have helped turn the game around. But anyway, they're facing a 3rd and 3 now. So what do they put out? It looks like they got 2 running backs in the game.
Yeah, they got 2 back. They really got regular, what we call regular personnel, 2 receivers, tight end, and 2 backs.
So here's one. Here's Jamal Williams.
Yep.
Here's Aaron Jones.
Yep.
And then here's your tight end.
Yep.
And then you got a receiver and a receiver. So you're right. It's almost like a base formation. Now, what is Tampa Bay countering with?
Well, Tampa's playing their nickel, and they're already saying that we're going to light you up, and they're not even disguising it. If you look at, this, these particular guys, Tom, they're not disguising anything. They're saying, hey, look, we up here, and we want this guy to come. We want this guy to come. We want you to just tie up the lineman here, and this guy still can possibly come. So you got 6 guys up there. So now what I would do in a perfect world, I would say, hey, Aaron Jones, you got to come back here and put 2 backs on the side, on both sides, to give me some protection on this side to block this guy. Mm-hmm. But he stuck with it because he's thinking maybe, because sometimes these guys do this and they'll either pop out,
right.
Pop out and they just kind of fool you like this, but it's a cat and mouse game. But the only problem is you're trying to get back into the game, and it's 3rd and 3. So the best matchup is your wide receiver can run, just like a stop route. But as you pointed out, maybe he didn't want to do that because he had already threw a pick 6. But at this point, when you're down 11 points or 14, you just want to move the chains. You just want to just get a first down and keep the momentum going. You don't want to put your defense back out on the field, especially when they cannot stop the other offense.
Yeah, and we talked about in 5 questions about needing to run the ball, and I also wonder what a draw play would have done here because they were so aggressive coming to the ball. Yeah. But we'll take a look at it. So let's look at what from the reverse angle, and what we're seeing here is kind of a indecision on how this blocking is going to go. Now, Jamal Williams knows his assignment.
Right.
But he started.
Now, he started on the other side, and he had to come across.
Right.
So he's not going to have the best angle. But then this up here, Tom, got me a little inquisitive. These 2 guys, Bakhtiari and Jenkins, they're blocking the same guy. You got a guy running a game, he's going to be free right in that little gap there. So if Aaron does step up, he's still going to get sacked on this particular play.
Yeah, and here's the thing they talked about the speed of Tampa's inside linebackers, and this is Levante David right here. He takes this angle here because he thinks Levante David's going to be here, but he's so fast that, his angle is bad. His angle really needed to be here.
Exactly.
And that's what happens when you have really fast guys. It makes it hard to block them.
It's a great point.
And then your point, and we talked about this off camera, was that it looks like they're kind of sliding to the right here. But Elton Jenkins and Bakhtiari are just kind of right here. So I don't know if something went wrong there. It'd be interesting to know that. But something did go wrong because this guy shouldn't be a free runner.
Yeah, because even if they have fanned out, Bakhtiari would stay here, and Jenkins can stay here to block this guy. And even if you barely touch this guy, Aaron can step up, and then he'll see that he'll have Aaron Jones going out and coming back over to follow. I think that's Taylor, 86.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be able to follow Taylor because Taylor's just going to clear out. So now you can get Aaron Jones in the middle of the field wide open. But listen, this rush got on him so fast when he got on his fifth step. I mean, they were there.
Yeah. So looking at what was the receiver routes, we got Adam started here, and even though he's got a one-on-one, I agree with you. Why wasn't this route run here or here?
Or a back shoulder throw, something just to get the first down, because that's your best matchup one-on-one. You want Devontae Adams one-on-one with him.
Yeah, isn't that pretty interesting that they covered him one-on-one on this blitz? So then you got Taylor came this way. He's not open. He's really double covered.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at it. And then you got Jones here, and I think he's going to come inside. But Rodgers would have to have total faith in Jones to throw it here. I mean, even as he's getting hit, he might be able to do it. But I don't know. That seems like asking too much, don't you think?
Yeah, at this point, a sack is better than another turnover. But it just goes back to the protection. Up until this game, Tom, they were one of the best in the league, just making a fortress like this.
Mm-hmm.
You see too many white shirts this deep. So it really doesn't give Aaron Rodgers a chance to go to his first or second read here.
Yeah.
He's already getting sacked. So that just doesn't look good, okay, because that wasn't a real complicated blitz. This is not some exotic blitz. They told you where they were coming.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that the protection, Corey Linsley and Aaron got to get on the same page to change this coverage, change the protection up. Call Aaron Jones back in the backfield, go max protection. The guys can spread out. Now you got enough time if you want to go one-on-one with Devontae Adams, I'll take my shot all day with that.
Yeah, and here you see, even if Rodgers is able to step up, number 58 was going to sack him. He's coming in unblocked.
Yep.
And here's the final result, which is a sack. And it does look like Aaron Jones came inside here.
He's just breaking there, and he'd have been wide open, but hey, it's too late.
Yeah, it's just too late. They got there too fast. So really a breakdown in several different ways, and what we're going to show in the next play sort of is an example of how you handle this blitz the right way.
Yep, and you'll get the results.
Yeah, so let's go right into it.
Yep.
We've got Tampa Bay's got a 3rd and 6, which is even harder. And they're at the 12-yard line. And just like Tampa, the Packers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They actually have 7 guys in blitzing position. And Tampa only has the 5 guys plus the running back. So they're in a pretty good advantage here if they can successfully blitz him, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you look at here's some traffic with Amos Gronkowski, and he didn't get a jam on him. It just made it like just kind of open the gate on him. But you have to take advantage of these 2 guys because these offensive linemen don't know which hole you're going. And you can run some kind of game here to clog up the middle, and you want your outside guys to really do free rushes, just like Tampa did. And you'll get the pressure, but it gets too clogged up, and we'll see that on the next picture. Now, these guys are dependent on, because this is a blitz, they want to cover, Tom, maybe 2 seconds at the most. They want the quarterback to get rid of this ball. But for some reason, Brady got a chance to get the ball out of shotgun and still get a chance to pick who he wants. He's going to have 1 or 2 wide open guys, but he was locked on Gronk the whole way.
Yeah, he he had an idea of if they're going to blitz, where he's going with this ball.
Exactly.
He knew right away where he was going with it. And so here we're looking at the blitz.
Yep, see, there it is. And
Now,
see, this looks a little too crowded.
Yeah.
For what's going on. Now they could be, so it seems like 52 is going to loop around.
He is.
Loop here, and then 24 is supposed to hit this gap here. Now it's still 3-on-3. So there's no free rushers here. And it looks like 55 is here, 97 come here, and then 91 is a free rusher outside. But I think 91 is going to try to loop around. And see, it's just too many things going on. Because they got 6 guys going. And you will see Tampa has they got 6 guys to block them.
Yeah. Same, but that's the same as the Packers had on that previous.
Exactly. Yes. And you see the way that Tampa's linemen, they're like what we call a fan blocking. It's almost like an area. This guy's on him. Now everybody's spread out.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw Bakhtiar and Jenkins kind of cluttered up there. That was able this guy to run outside to sack Aaron Rodgers.
But there's no doubt where Brady's going. I mean, look at his.
Oh yeah, he ain't trying to fool anybody.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So we go to the next one, and what we get here is he's got the ball out before anybody even close. You're right. Preston Smith did a stunt here, too late.
Yeah.
Stunt here, too late. Nobody in on him at all.
Nope.
And so what happened here, you mentioned about Amos getting a bump here. We have, you can't see it here, but Gronk is running here, and they got another receiver, and then they got this receiver here.
Yeah, Chris Godwin, he's open.
Yeah, it was potentially open too. And now you see it from up top.
And see, he actually, to be honest with you, he got guys open, here, here, and you got, now this guy's covered pretty well.
That guy's covered pretty well.
He traded through the ball. Gronk was covered pretty well, but he threw him open.
Yeah.
And that's where you got to, if you're Amos, you got to kind of climb the ladder a little bit and play through him through the ball.
Well, they picked out their matchup. Now, the one thing here is that, Savage did have a little bit of giving Josh Jackson some help. And you like Jair Alexander one-on-one against anybody. And Sullivan has great coverage there.
Yep, he's good.
But he just sees it. He sees this matchup and likes it, knows that Adrian Amos on a tight end is a matchup in his favor.
That's what he wants.
And bam, there's the throw.
Yeah, it's a great throw, and it's a great catch. And they weren't even using Gronk, who led him in receiving. They weren't really using him very much coming into this game, and it just felt like they liked the matchup of a 6'6" guy on any one of the safeties. And I don't know if next time you would double him or not, but you would just definitely play him a little bit different. Now, Amos has to be inside because it's a blitz, but he could have possibly with Savage in the middle, he possibly could have had outside leverage, and then it would be different. So, in fact, can you go back, Bill, to go back to, I'm on number 4. Number 4. See, you see Savage is here. He's in the middle. So now Amos could possibly been on the outside to make Brady throw that ball in here.
Right.
Maybe you can get some help. So I'm not sure why he's on the inside if you got a middle safety.
Part of it was, if we go back again,
knowing that Josh Jackson got help, he's fine. And Jair Alexander, I was wrong. He's perfect.
Yeah, part of it is
perfect.
Part of it is the release here. So Gronk's going to come up. He does have a little bit outside leverage. He just didn't keep it.
Exactly. You got to keep it. That's where the problem was, looking at it now. Because when he comes off, keep him on the stay on his outside and force him into the safety. Now he tried to run that corner route. Brady's going to let it go. He's going to throw it right to you.
One thing I did notice, it was a little bit of a attempt at a rub. They, oops, I can't get there we go. Yeah. He kind of ran in here and made Amos have to come back out of here. And so that might have got him a little bit messed up, but maybe he should have been even wider. I don't know.
Yeah, it just his coaching point would have been to stay on his outside.
Mm-hmm.
So if this guy try to rubs you, you fight through it, and then you can help Sullivan out because these guys will collide, and you just stay on his outside. Because like I say, Brady let this ball go early. He would have threw it right to you if you would have said, "Oh, it's a corner route." If he runs a post, let him go to Savage, and you pick it off. Now, more quarterback stuff, but that's what the coaches are going to tell them this morning, that we got to clean this up because Brandon Cooks and, these guys in the slot, they got a lot of slot guys.
Randall Cobb.
These guys run a lot of corners and under routes. They're going to see this and going to want the same thing. Because Fuller is just their deep threat, but these guys run a lot of under routes and corner routes. So when you go up there, I had a cardinal rule real quick. If you go up there, you must get your hands on a guy. Otherwise, come back here, and you and Sullivan just play it from off. And just kind of, zone it off. Sullivan would get this guy, and you would get this guy going underneath. But if you're going to go up there and just kind of run with him, then it's a 50-50 ball. They're just going to throw it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that enlightened everybody a little bit on how to run the blitz and what was the difference between how Tampa Bay was playing and the Packers were playing. So, yeah. And you want to hit us with your sponsors and we can.
Yeah, same thing. Listen, Pick and Save has been fantastic. And again, I want everybody to understand this is the marrying season. A lot of weddings got canceled, but you can go to the Jewelry Center and make sure you get the proper ring. You go to GameDayBrats.com for my new brats. Go to Ivanhoe's Pub and Eatery in Racine. And again, I want you to check out that new anti-bullying book, Max and the Junkyard Dog Meet a Rascal. You can get that on Facebook. And I'm just so excited about it because we're going to feature anti-bullying books for the rest of the season.
All right. Sounds good. And so we will see you after the Texans game with another edition of X's and O's and 5 questions.
Yep.
We'll see you then.
Bye.